All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to your final hour boot camp for magnetism and matter. Look, this isn't just another boring review. This is your game plan. We're going to map out the must-know formulas, expose all those tricky exam traps, and lock in the patterns that you're going to see on the paper. Let's get you walking into that exam room feeling like you own the place.
So, first things first, see this number, 85%? That's roughly how often one specific formula from this chapter appears on CBSE exams. Think about that. You get this one concept down, and you're already playing in the big leagues. It's a massive quick win.
And that's the whole point, right? We're not just here to memorize a bunch of stuff. We're here to match patterns. This whole session is about getting you to see the exam the way the people who write it do, to spot the traps, know the shortcuts, and solve problems with total confidence.
Okay, let's kick off with our first drill, decoding magnetic materials. A huge chunk of your marks are hiding right here, and we're going to make it super simple with a fantastic little mnemonic that'll make it all just click. Here it is, your secret weapon, DPF. This tells you exactly how magnetic field lines behave. So, D is for diverge. Diamagnetic materials literally push the field lines away. P is for parallel. Paramagnetic materials are pretty chill. They just let the field lines pass through. And F. F is for ferocious. Ferromagnetic materials like iron just ferociously suck those field lines right in. Now check out how this all connects. It's beautiful. For diamagnetic materials, the field lines diverge, which makes perfect sense, right? Its susceptibility is negative, and its permeability is less than 1. It's pushing the field away. Paramagnetic is parallel, giving just a little positive boost. And ferromagnetic, well, it's ferocious, with these huge positive values that pull everything in. See, DPF isn't just a trick. It actually describes the physics. Okay, I need you to listen very carefully right now. This is the #1 trap that students fall for every single year. Curie's law, the one that says susceptibility goes down as temperature goes up, it only applies to paramagnetic materials. Just remember, cooler equals stronger. But if it's not paramagnetic, you can't use this law. And please, for the love of physics, always convert your temperature to Kelvin. So let's put that to the test. Here's a classic question you might see. If you take a ferromagnetic material and heat it above its Curie temperature, what does it become? Think about it. What does all that heat energy do to the material? And the answer is paramagnetic. That's right, you heat it up past that Curie point, and all that thermal energy just scrambles the magnetic domains. All that ferocity we talked about, it gets lost to the heat, and the material calms down and starts acting just like a simple paramagnetic one.
All right, let's move on to our next drill, where we tackle the formula twins, work and torque. This is such a common place to get mixed up, but after this, you're going to have it down cold, I promise. Here they are, side by side. It's so simple when you see it like this. Work is all about energy, and it uses cosine. Just think C for work. Torque is all about the twist, and it uses sine. Lock this in your head, S for torque. If you remember that, you'll always know work has to be cosine. And do not forget that big negative sign in the work formula. It's such an easy place to lose a mark.
And here's a really important concept check. If a magnet is in a uniform field, it'll feel a twist, that's the torque, but it won't actually get pulled from one place to another. There's no net force. To get that pull, to get an actual force, the field has to be non-uniform, stronger on one side than the other. This is a subtle point, but they love to test it. Okay, next up, let's talk about Earth's magnetic field. I know the components can seem a little intimidating, but seriously, don't worry, we're going to boil it all down to 2 simple formulas and 1 easy little chant. These 2 formulas are all you need. That's it. They just take Earth's total magnetic field, B, and split it into its horizontal part, BH, and its vertical part, BV. The only hard part is remembering which one gets cosine and which one gets sine. So, how do you remember? It's so easy. Just burn this into your brain. COS is for horizontal. Say it with me. COS is for horizontal. That's it. And if you ever panic in the exam, just do a quick sanity check. At the equator, the dip angle is 0. What's the cosine of 0? It's 1. So the field is all horizontal. See? It just works. All right, we are in the home stretch now. It is time to pull everything together into your final battle plan. Think of this as your pre-exam checklist to make sure you don't fall for any of those cheap tricks they like to throw in. Let's do some rapid-fire trap alerts. Ready? 1. Relative permeability is 1 plus susceptibility. Don't mix them up. 2, always, always convert Gauss to Tesla. 3, I'm going to say it one more time. Curie's law is for paramagnets only, and your temperature has to be in Kelvin. And 4, the only 100% certain test for a real magnet is repulsion. Attraction can happen with any piece of iron.
And now, for your final, ultimate weapon. It's a single word that wraps up this entire chapter. Magnetic. This is your final mental checklist. M reminds you that magnetic monopoles don't exist. A is for the attraction versus repulsion test. G is your cue to convert Gauss to Tesla. N is for the non-uniform field you need for a net force. E stands for Earth's field elements. And T locks in the difference between torque, with an S for sine, and work, with a C for cosine.
And to finish our checklist, I is for the inverse temperature law. That's Curie's law, for paramagnets only, remember? And finally, C stands for core concepts like coercivity and the Curie point. That is it. Magnetic. Just say that word to yourself and you've basically reviewed every major concept and trap in the chapter.
And that's a wrap. You've just drilled the core concepts that make up almost all of the marks for this chapter. You know the patterns, you know the traps, and you've got the mental shortcuts. You are ready to walk into that exam with total confidence. So let me ask you, are you ready to go attract those marks? You absolutely got this.